anything else, I had some things on the home front I had to take care of. My daughter had a back to school night that I had to get to, so that kind of cut into the game playing the time. But like I tell y'all from jump, it's always going to be family first above gaming anyway. But I always want to make sure I put that out first and foremost, and make sure everything's cool with the family and on the home front. So that's first and foremost. So I apologize about that. But just like I told y'all, we'll get a little bit of Madden in today. It's not going to be too long, but I am going to do a little bit though. First thing I am going to do, I am going to rip some packs. I got a bunch of packs that are on deck right now. So I'm actually, as y'all well see right now, but I'm actually going to get those packs up and running and out of the way fairly shortly. So that's going to be first and foremost. I'll get that out of the way. But prior to me getting into that, let me do something really quick. Let me give y'all a quick update. Some family business I got to take care of real fast. First and foremost, my step-pops is in a hospital. So he's been dealing with a lot over the last couple of years, so I'm going to actually kind of break it down because I didn't really get a chance to express it to each of y'all as a team. And I know a lot of y'all who won't be catching this live, y'all probably be catching this on the YouTube page and via through the Facebook page. Y'all get a chance to see a little bit of this later on down the line. So I'm going to actually give it to y'all real fast. It's about as quick as I can so I could go ahead and get to these pack openings. But for my step-pops, when my mom got remarried, she got remarried years ago, almost like probably about like 12 plus, almost 13 plus years ago. I mean, actually a little bit longer than that. Actually, it's actually been a tad bit longer than that. When she got remarried, she married a good friend of the family. His name is Ivory, and that is my stepdad. So learned so much from him. There's a lot of things that I learned from him in the process, especially when I was a younger kid. One of the things that he taught me was, being focused in church, being a leader, not a follower, things of that magnitude. So shout out to Ivory first and foremost. I don't always get a chance to tell it to him directly, but I will tell it to him on stream, and I know he'll get a chance to see this later on down the line. He gets the utmost love and respect from me for everything that he does, not just for me, but for my moms and for the family as well. So shout out to him. But over the last couple of years, he's been kind of going through a bit. He was diagnosed with prostate cancer, had a major league bout with that, actually overcame it, had a chance to catch up with that early on, did a lot of the treatments and stuff early on, went through that grind. And even in the process, he was still kind of working through and everything because he worked at a Bible training school, working on computers and stuff. And even through the process of working and everything, and even with the cancer treatments and stuff, he was actually able to pull through by God's blessings, God's hand, and God's healing hand. He was actually able to pull through and go through that treatment basically, about as unscathed as you could. I mean, he kind of told me little tidbits about it. I'm not going to get into too much detail, but just know that they caught it early enough. So basically at this juncture in time, he's cancer free. Now, will it have any type of resurfacing effect? I don't know. But in the process though, currently as it stands right now, he's basically cancer free, which is definitely a blessing to, to know that. So, that's very commendable in that regard, but he's been dealing with that aspect. Then recently, over the last couple of days, he was complaining about chest problems, and across the night, my mom was real nervous. She had texted me and said, I gotta run to the hospital. I got a whole bunch of things jumping off. He was having chest problems. It was a burning sensation down his arm, and so called the hospital. Called the ambulance, make sure he got to the hospital. I ain't gonna say on time because it was a little bit of an incident. They went to the wrong house, came back to the right house finally, but they got him there. Thankfully, it wasn't it was kind of life and death, but it wasn't really life and death to that extreme where he had some time to really make sure he got there and got the proper treatment and stuff. And so, he was having, real major league, chest problems, cardiac problems, heart problems. And with the cardiac problems, it was kind of trippy because, they were trying to do everything started to calm down a little bit. But once they did the cardiac stress test, his blood pressure shot up really, really fast. And so they kind of had to stop the test and rerun the test. And so they had reran it later on in the day. Basically that evening, not only being in the hospital about a day, he was able to go home. And so now, he's still kind of in recovery mode right now. So I'm just thankful for everybody who had their blessings, everybody who had their support, especially for my mom. I know a lot of people reached out and shouted out towards my mom, which was really, really cool in that regard. So it was just kind of, it was just kind of a little bit of a tough time to deal with, because with, my mom going through all that, it affected me because that is my stepdad, and him going through the cancer treatment first and foremost, clearing that out the way, then having cardiac problems, and that's just a quick scare, and thankfully that he was able to pull through that, relatively cool. I mean, he's still in the recovery phase right now, but it's just kind of, really just a little tough right now, especially on my mom, because it's just the stress level. If y'all been following me for a little bit, y'all know that my grandmother passed away, which was my mom's mother who passed away. So my mom has been especially going through a lot more so than anybody else during this juncture. So, for my team and my people who's watching right now, and for the people who'll be catching this later on the YouTube page and on the Facebook page, y'all still keep my family in prayer. Keep y'all blessings and well wishes going towards the fam. Just keep praying for my mom, pray for my stepdad and everything, and just just keep me in your prayers as well. I gotta be on the sidelines, kind of watching this, making sure everything is going good. But I just want to let y'all get a little bit of update on what's going on with the family and everything that's been going on in that front. So I definitely want to make sure I got that cleared up and out the way first. So shout out to y'all for the ones who did know. Though y'all prayers and support, my stepfather is doing well at this juncture in time. He still has some more tests that he has to do, but at least he's home, and that's the main thing. He was basically in the hospital for one day. He's now home. Everything is good to go. So I definitely want to get that out the way first and foremost. So I appreciate y'all letting me rant for a quick second. I apologize if I had to, but it's something that I need to do, because like I told y'all from jump, it's always going to be family first above everything, no matter what. It's God first, family then, game is going to come in behind it. So that was my propers to my stepfather, and I had to make sure I got that out the way and make sure I kept my team aware of what's going on too. So let's go ahead and do this. I have some packs I gotta rip. Not a lot today, but I got some stuff I have to work on. I tell